Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca Adams. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. Accept and embrace your emotions, and I mean all of them, even the icky ones, even the ones that you don't like. You need to embrace them in that moment. And what I say to my clients is that if something triggers you, it's there for a reason. It's there for you to identify it, for you to have a look at the information, for you to process. But also, maybe it's something that you've not healed from. But when that triggers you, I want you to channel into the body. And I want you to do the same. So, channel into your body. What I mean by that is feel into the body of your emotion. How are you feeling in that moment when that thing happens, when that sentence is said or something like that? What is going on in your body and whereabouts in the body is it? So are you feeling rage? Have you got like this fire burning anger in the pit of your stomach? You know what I mean? Are you feeling upset? Are you getting a headache? What is showing up in your body? How are you feeling? Are you feeling sick? Are you feeling upset? And on the flip side of that as well, it could be that you're at your friend's wedding and they're getting married and it's full of love and you're crying, but it's a happy cry. And it's like you're so happy for them and, you're full of love and joy and everything. All of these emotions are there for you to have a look at, identify them, see where they are in the body, see how it's affecting you and what's showing up for you. Okay, because then when you're armed with that information, you can then start changing things and turning everything around for you and actually get to know yourself even more, because the nervous system will still be screaming at you, especially if it's a trigger. It'll be screaming at you something that you've not healed from way back when. And the thing is, if you compartmentalize all of these emotions and you don't deal with them and you put them in a box and you ignore them and everything, they're not going to go away. They're just going to grow stronger and stronger and stronger, so that you're like a kettle on a stove when the water's bubbling to a certain point and then it whistles and it carries on whistles and all the steam's coming out. My nan used to have one of those on the stove and it's like, wow, you're just going to blow. You know what I mean? So you do need to accept and embrace these emotions, at the moment in time that they happen. And I know some people can say, well, that's easier said than done. I can't block time and I can't work it out and I can't do this. I haven't got time, blah, blah, blah. But you need to really, really pour into yourself, because these feelings and emotions are not going to go away. So you need to identify where they are, what the source is, where it's come from and where they are in the body, because your body will be affected by them, and you need to clean all of that personal space, all of your emotions, all of your body, everything. And you need to come from a place of, whether it's forgiveness for yourself, whether it's peace for yourself, whether it's working things out. You need to really, really accept the emotions going, well, actually, I'm really sad today. As I record this, it's a significant day for me today and tomorrow as well. And I'm nourishing myself. I've already woken up and I'm like, right, okay, I'm really tired. So I went back to sleep for, another hour and a half or whatever, and woke up and I feel much, much better, because obviously I'm recording the podcast in bulk and everything else. And I'm like, it's okay. It's just a slow day. It's fine. It's nurturing. It's nourishing. Not going into self-sabotage, not going into, martyrdom. I'm not going into any of this. It's just, it's a day. And it's just, I'm still showing up, I'm still doing the thing, but I'm also identifying the emotions of what if, or, are, you know what I mean? And that's okay as well. So knowing that, you can be okay to just sit in the emotion. A lot of people don't want to go to the vulnerability space. They don't want to go to the hurt. They don't want to deal with it. They would rather block it out. And what people do when they block it out and you may identify yourself in this as well, is that they go shopping, or they drink alcohol, or they, use drugs, or, eat food, or just binge watch stuff. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who binge watches stuff, I mean, I'm on Grey's Anatomy at the moment, so yeah, I've never seen it before, it's amazing. But you know what I mean? It's like, what you need to do is really identify and sit in the emotion, and give yourself permission to sit in the emotion and go, I'm feeling sad today, I'm feeling a bit, icky today. That's okay. Identify it, see what the reasoning is behind it, and then go into the actual, when you've identified it, acknowledge it and accept it, the feeling and the emotion. Because what we tend to do is block stuff out and go out with friends and do something else and kind of mask it all, when actually what you need to do is just tap in to the emotion and sit with it and go, okay, so what's this showing up for me? What's this information? Where's it come from? How can I process it? And then seek the right people to help you along with that. If that is a mentor or coach, if that is a therapist, if that is something else, cool, go for that. You know what I mean? But when you don't identify it, everything is still in the nervous system and it's still there bubbling away, bubbling away, bubbling away, bubbling away. And the one lie that I really feel that everyone needs to deal with, that everyone tells, okay, and stay with me on this, okay, is when someone says, how are you? You say, I'm fine, when actually you're not. So many people say, yeah, I'm fine, and you crack on and you take the kids to school and you go to work and you show up and you do whatever you need to do, when actually you just need to stop and you need to pause and you need to breathe and you need to coast and you just need to be. And when you can give yourself permission to accept and embrace the emotions as they are, and know you're not over exaggerating, and know you're not being too sensitive, you are feeling these emotions, give yourself permission to feel these emotions and start to work through them. Okay, there are lots of people out there, myself included, who can help you to go through and deal with all of that. And you've just got to trust yourself. Don't be, disregarding anything you're feeling because someone else says, oh, you need to get over it, stop crying, blah, 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 and all this. Their opinion doesn't really matter. You really need to trust your emotions, your intuition, and know that you're feeling these emotions for a reason, whether you need to work through them or whether it's showing something for you. But you do need to really accept and embrace them in order to have a starting place of your healing journey. And I will put all the links in the show notes. I have a lot of resources that can actually help you start on the path, and also, private sessions with me as well. So go to Rebecca.x and know that, when you give yourself the green light to accept and embrace your emotions here on in, it really is like you're giving yourself the key, you're giving yourself the power, you're giving yourself the permission, because you don't need permission off anyone else. You're giving yourself that, and that is a wonderful gift to give to yourself. So let me know how you get on.